And we're back. We're back with another riveting episode. Welcome back, folks, to we hope you had a very happy Christmas. We hope you got everything that you wanted.
Hope you're surviving at your family's house in between Christmas and New Year's. I hope you're not
You're fine.
Begging to go back to work.
You're fine. Just calm down. Everybody knows that this is a throwaway week. So
it is a throwaway week, but it's supposed to be a joyful time. No, not for us. They keep us in the podcast factory, and our buses keep going, boys.
Yeah.
You don't get to see your family this year.
Yeah, we're churning out hits at the podcast factory.
They say, hey, boys, there's gay sex at the Senate you got to talk about.
Yeah, we're talking about the gay guys in the Senate room who had sex and got busted. We're talking the big, the buy now, pay, the buy now, pay later stuff that's going to it could be a legitimate phantom Black Swan kind of thing that could.
Natalie Portman's going to show up.
Oh, yeah. I never saw that movie. I never saw Black Swan.
Check it out. BNPL if you're nasty.
Yeah, BNPL. If you use Affirm, Klarna, or what's the other one? Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay. Yeah, they're huge companies in there. Well, we're going to be talking all about that. Plus, we got the founder of Nicola, the trucking company.
Dude, this is your guy.
I know, this is my guy. I got a lot to say.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to go off on this, dude.
Needless to say, we got a jam-packed episode. We are stuffed more than
you guys are.
Yeah, than
on
your
leftovers. Or stockings.
Or stockings.
Or leftovers.
Or that
What's this?
It's cold.
Oh.
Well, I guess let's just kick it off with
Let's
that.
get right into gay
guy,
sex
man.
in the Senate.
So it's really funny because I think conservatives are pretty obsessed with all things that they claim to be
Gay?
Well, gay and like bad, because then they just start blasting it out for everyone to see. Like, hey, look at this. It was the Daily Caller. The Daily Caller.
Well, so that's the funniest thing about this is that the only places that would actually post the video was like the Daily Caller.
Yeah.
Where everyone else, that's why I had to go on the Daily Caller because I wanted to see the dang video.
You did?
Yeah.
I saw just the thumbnails and we know better.
You didn't watch it?
No, because no, I didn't. Because I get it. It's two guys having sex.
You don't get it. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it.
Why, is it hot or something?
No, but it is really interesting because it's that...
POV angle?
Well, yeah, but it's a very funny... he kind of does the thing where he
pans the camera around to show exactly where they're having sex.
And you can maybe I'm reading too much into it, but he's like, I can't believe what we're doing. So he's like fucking a guy, and then he's like, and this is where we are.
Man, dudes rock.
In Amy Klobuchar's seat.
This is kind of a dudes rock episode.
Oh yeah.
Between the Nicola guy and then these guys. So last Friday, I guess, I don't know how long ago that is for you guys because we've recorded this a few days in advance, but the Daily Caller published a video of two men having sex in the Judiciary Room in the Senate office building, and they were specifically having sex on Amy Klobuchar's seat. And so the audio listener is going to have to bear with us because we do have an image, because these guys were posting it on their like close friends' Instagram stories, and it's this guy Aiden. He's been exposed as Aiden Mace Siropsky, a legislative aide for Democrat out of Maryland, Senator Ben Cardin.
More anti-Polish sentiment in this country. Unbelievable.
Terrible. So we're looking at a screenshot from the actual ordeal, and it's blurred out, but he's on his knees on the table and like presenting his ass. And they put text on the thing, and it says, in this very room, Sonia Sotomayor had her confirmation hearing. James Comey testified on Russian interference in the 2016 elections. Aiden, and then, of course, referencing, sorry about the trash bins being rolled outside, if you can hear it, by the way. And then last but not least, Aiden got some thick German sausage and a Jaeger sauce finish. I hadn't read that until just now. Jesus Christ. These guys are beyond. This is so horny. I mean, what a rush it must be to have sex in there. And they have all the lights on.
That's why I wish you saw the video. It's incredible. It's a thrill just to watch.
Jeez Louise, man. Well, so this horny young man got fired And the very next day, Ben Cardin, the senator who he works for, his office the next day said, oh yeah, he's no longer employed at the Senate. And they wouldn't comment further, except the senator did say that he's very angry and disappointed in young Aiden, who, by the way,
is now a bit of he feels like he's being persecuted for having sex in his workplace.
Well, my favorite thing was, do you know how the video was leaked?
They were in a gay sex or
gay guys in politics group chat.
Right.
And some guy in that group chat was like, enough is enough. And he thought we're being too nasty. We need to, I don't know,
dial it back.
Maybe it was George Santos.
Because I don't know if you heard, but recently it was actually Semaphore said there was actually a scandal in the House as well.
Yes, I know. Okay. I heard about that. In 2022, there were videos circulating on Snapchat showing a guy named Adam J, which featured a man masturbating inside a House office building, and a screenshot of a second video showed two guys engaging in a sex act in an office setting. So, man, oh man, these guys in politics are
little
horny.
Stuff they used too, which was identifiable by standard Capitol House furniture and carpeting. The desk at which the videographer performed also held a branded congressional mouse pad. Right. I got one of those every time I'm fucking though.
I want to be inside that group chat, that gay guy group chat. Gay guys in politics group chat.
Trying to find it. I'm scrolling Reddit. I'm saying, there's
no way you're getting that.
Why not?
That's the most exclusive club there is, and especially now they're not letting any new people in.
No, there's
probably chaos going on.
They used to have
chat.
a fun, secretive thing, and they ruined it.
There's got to be so many. I wonder what the nickname is for that, because every chat's got a fun nickname.
Oh yeah, God, I wish I had one, locked and loaded.
Oh, yeah, I wish I had one
also,
too.
Because I wanted it from the Daily Caller so I could see the video.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been on the Daily Caller?
No.
It's insane.
Not recently. Is it insane?
They just were like, they have like a lot of stories about, the front page is insane. It's like they do a Trump thing where it's like whoever's being unfair to Trump.
Sure.
But then it's like, famous actress Sydney Sweeney reveals how she really feels about her legendary breasts. And you're like, wait, what? I thought this was...
Wait, what?
And then I clicked
Well, how does she feel about him?
It's so weird.
I don't want to know.
Already iconic actress Sydney Sweeney told Glamour UK on Thursday exactly how she feels about her absolutely legendary breasts. And I was like, wait, is this the Daily Caller?
Yeah,
or is this like Stuff Magazine? Sweeney is, in all honesty, the next Emily Blunt. I'm like... What?
In all honesty,
That's an AI article.
Yeah, is this an AI article?
She's just one of those few actresses who can do it all. Comedy, romance, deeply brutal, emotional nasties, and probably action. Dude,
who wrote this?
Kay Smith, news and commentary writer. Dude, I was like stuck on this website because I was like, what? But Sweeney is also known for being one of the most beautiful humans it is AI, it's gotta be, who have ever walked the earth, which is why it's so surprising that she almost went under the knife to change two of her biggest aesthetic assets.
Her boobs.
And then it's just more like them talking about how great Sydney Sweeney is.
And plenty of photos of her boobs.
Right. But for anyone hoping to get a proper look, Sweeney is in a long-term steady relationship with Chicago-based businessman Jonathan Davino. So get your head out of the gutter. What is going on over at the Daily Caller?
Also, hasn't she been naked a lot of times online?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I just couldn't. I was on there for so long. Feminism ruined her life. Meghan Markle sinks to incredible new lows in a bizarre coffee ad.
What the fuck?
Hulk Hogan gets dunked in baptismal ceremony at age 70.
Yeah.
It's like a bizarre world.
I assumed that the Daily Caller was somewhat of a not reputable, but at least somewhat self-respecting. And not just a straight gossip rag.
This one's really nice. U.S. state sees the snowiest winter in 70 years, and it's beautiful. And this is my favorite. Former NBA G League player confesses to murdering a hooker with his hooker girlfriend court talk show.
Who was it? He murdered a hooker alongside his hooker girlfriend?
Confesses to murdering a hooker with his hooker girlfriend.
Damn, dude. Wow.
We got to stop this hooker on hooker crime.
These conservatives, they truly continue to fascinate me.
I mean,
they know no bounds.
I couldn't stop. I could spend all day on the Daily Caller.
Well, so anyway, the Daily Caller is the one who got surprising. Like, now I'm not surprised. They
And if
got
you want to
access
see the video,
yeah, go find it.
Go get on the Daily Caller.
Yeah, you can find it. It'll be pretty easy to
go
find.
poke around on there.
Yeah, go poke around. Stick your
Go ahead.
I'm trying to make a pun.
I know.
It's gonna get hot and sticky. Fuck. God damn it. All right. You know what? Okay. Anyway.
wait. But did we show them the George Santos?
Yeah. So
okay.
I got it right here.
Yeah.
So George Santos. Apparently, this kid Aiden posted on LinkedIn. He said, "This has been a difficult time for me as I have been attacked for who I love to pursue a political agenda." Not true, buddy. You're getting attacked because you fucked.
Come on.
You fucked at work. Like, if I were to fuck it, well, back when I had a normal job, if I fucked at work, I would get in trouble too. It wouldn't.
I
be
would say if you fucked at work now, I'd be. We'd have to have a conversation.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
wouldn't
If you
want to
fucked right here,
I wouldn't do that on set here. While some of my actions in the past have shown poor judgment, buddy, I love my job and would never disrespect my workplace, but you did.
But that's the thing, is he saying he didn't do it?
Yeah.
Sorry, keep
There's
going.
literally video of you.
I know.
Also, we'll get to it. Any attempts to characterize my actions otherwise are fabricated, and I will be exploring what legal options are available to me in these matters. As for the accusations regarding Congressman Max Miller, I have never even seen the congressman and had no opportunity or cause to yell or confront him. He apparently yelled at someone in the halls.
Yeah.
But he has a history. He's apparently well known in his work circles for posting
It's so beautiful.
horny shit on his Instagram. So I got this one right here. This is on his Instagram page. It says it's a photo of him with Representative Sorensen. It has this, and it just says, "Pictured me trying to resist the urge to suck on Representative Sorensen's gorgeous fingers." And then there's another one. Prepare yourselves because this is really fucking horny. He's just he's
He's joking.
apparently he's got a whole highlight set of just his ass, according to this, because it says more peach. But it's him in the shower sticking his ass out, and it says waiting for Lindsey Graham in the work showers, which is funny, but it's also incredibly horny. And he's got this for and look at his. I mean, if you look at his user photo, it's him like on a bed with his.
It's got to be a
this kid
Finsta.
is. I don't know, but it could be. But boy, oh boy, this guy is fucking horny. So he would
I
regularly.
also don't want to live in a world where gay Senate staffers are not wilding out
Oh yeah,
in the halls of Congress.
I mean, they absolutely should be, but
it sucks. Now they're gonna have to dial it back. Now they're gonna have to reel it in.
I just feel so left out. I feel.
But this is the problem. You got to do stuff, and you got to keep it for you. You know,
well,
everyone's got to post it to Snapchat. Everyone's got to post it to Instagram.
Yeah, he would, apparently Aiden would also regularly publish sex stuff on a Twitter burner account that he had.
Hell yeah.
You can't. I think part of the thrill is posting it,
Right.
blasting it out there for all the world to see.
You feel like you're getting away with something.
Yeah.
You're posting your big juicy ass for Lindsey Graham.
Man, oh man. So this he's in trouble, man. He's in big trouble. He lost his job for having sex, being horny on Maine.
Wait, what did George Santos respond to?
Oh, George Santos screenshotted that post on LinkedIn and said, having sex in a United States government building and filming it is the reason you got heat. You being gay and having gay sex, nobody gives a rat's ass. No one is perusing a political agenda. We are just disgusted about your
Did he misuse
vile...
that?
What?
No one is perusing a...
A political agenda?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he misused it.
Okay.
As we are just disgusted about your vile behavior as a staffer to a United States senator. Now you do put a new definition to fuck around and find out.
Ugh.
Aiden, you will forever be remembered as the Democrats' favorite sloppy bottom. Oh man. What a fucking takedown. Holy shit.
We need to do away with fuck around and find out, I think.
Yeah, I don't
think
like
it's
that.
run its course and let it go.
Yeah.
I also hope fucking George Santos runs its course soon.
Yeah, no, he'll be over as soon as the new year. He's
I don't think so.
No, I do. I think he's gonna.
Did you see him on Z-Way?
Yeah, but I didn't watch it because I don't give a shit.
So you didn't see him on Z-Way?
No, I don't
Okay.
give a shit. I don't think he's going. I think he's going away because people like me are already like, all right, yeah, I get it.
But usually, if people ask you if you've seen something, they mean like, have you watched it?
No, I didn't watch it. I saw that he was on there, and I saw the one clip that everybody shared, and I'm not going to give him any more attention than he's already.
Just for next
commanded.
time, when we're having a conversation.
What?
Like if I say, "Did you see Forrest Gump?" and you say, "Yeah," and then I go, "Did you watch it?" and you go, "No," I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. Well, so I mean, I know of it.
But at one point, yeah, there you go.
She asked what?
She goes, like, "How do we make you go away?" Which he goes, "Stop inviting me places."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, what do you do? You can't do that. You can't like profit off of this whole thing and be like, God, you're so annoying. I wish you weren't. I wish you would just go away. It's like, you're platforming him, you idiot.
Her whole shtick kind of sucks and it's old.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm being a bitch to you to your face, but I'm going to act like I'm not and treat you like you're an idiot. And then you are going to humiliate yourself. And it's like, no, it's just that everybody now knows what your bid is.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get on to the next thing, shall we? Nicola. I always feel funny saying it. Nicola?
You should
Nikola
maybe
Tesla.
refresh this whole story because
okay. So I'll
we talked about this a long time ago.
Right. So back in 2020, in the middle of 2020, there was oh gosh. Okay. So
Or don't. I don't know.
No. I'm like, okay, where do I start? Because the company is still around, but there was this company called Nicola, and they specialize in hydrogen-powered semi-trucks.
Right. Nicola after
Nikola Tesla, which is just one part of, I believe this guy was trying to just copy Elon Musk's playbook for success. In that he just did a lot of bullshitting and was hoping that he could get far enough in his company and in his wealth that he could escape the bullshitting and just kind of, you know what I mean? Because that's what Elon did. But so
and obviously like evoking a already popular brand.
Right.
Yeah.
He was intentionally piggybacking off of Tesla by naming his brand Nicola. But so his name is Trevor Milton, and he became kind of a billionaire overnight when his company went public via SPAC, a special purpose acquisition corporation, which was a very, 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 very popular thing in 2020 and 2021. So many fucking companies went public that way. Right. Where it's basically just a shell company that has a good amount of cash, and they say, okay, we're looking for a company to buy and thereby take public.
Right, special purpose acquisition company.
Right. So they went public via SPAC in June of 2020. They were valued at $30 billion at the peak. And Hindenburg Research, which we've referenced here.
Famous short seller.
Yeah, they came out and alleged that Nicola and Trevor Milton in particular were making a bunch of false, misleading statements. And as of today, the company is valued at a paltry $296 million. Famously, because there were a lot of questions around, can hydrogen trucks even fucking work? And I remember really diving in and reading about it because they had like kind of promises from, I think, Budweiser and a couple other companies to invest with them and build the infrastructure necessary to make this technology work. And I was like, oh shit, this is really cool. This is a great idea. And then they had, it all kind of came crashing down when they posted a video. So keep in mind, there was a lot of doubts about whether the company was even legit and whatnot. And then they posted a video of the truck pulling cargo in like the desert, and it was shot really well, and it was like, oh shit, whoa, it's real. And I remember like,
this is for our haters.
Yeah, this is for our haters pretty much. And then it came out that the video was faked because they rolled it down a really, really big hill. It was just a long, steady downhill gradient, and they just rolled it. And it was just like, oh yeah, no, this company is actually all bullshit. So part of the reason Trevor Milton got in trouble is because so the prosecutors are saying, first of all, he had no remorse, and they said that the judge should take into account his, quote, profound denial of accountability and insistence on blaming others, that he lied to investors again and again on social media, on TV, podcasts, and in print.
What else are you supposed to do if your product doesn't work? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
Once
So
this guy had his back up against the wall.
well, they fined him $1 million. They sentenced him on this last Monday for us to 4 years in prison, which is very surprising. And they compared him to Elizabeth Holmes, and they said that he lied about the operability of the truck, whereas the defense came out and said that Nicola is a real business, though. But yeah, the difference between going public via a SPAC and an IPO, one of the central ones is it allowed Trevor Milton to make all these misleading statements, because under an IPO, you're not allowed, there's like a quiet period. But he was out there just touting the stock and pumping the company and just running his stupid fucking nerd mouth. And it came out and bit him. I remember when he was first getting indicted or whatever it was, getting in trouble, he was on vacation, I think in Greece he was officially like full blown billionaire. Cause he is the founder and the largest shareholder. And he had just sold, I think like $1 billion worth of stock or some shit. And he was celebrating with a bunch of family and friends at some fucking expensive ass villa in the Mediterranean. I just thought, oh boy, you better enjoy it while you got it, dude.
I mean, he'll still enjoy it. He's gonna do his time. He'll probably get out early. He'll still have
write a
bunch of money.
book.
Yeah.
I would read it, or like go out. He's gonna be George Santos style. He's that's the thing, is like they are a legitimate company. It's just they're way, way further behind than they would like to have you believe.
Right. And he was actively misleading a bunch of people about where they were.
I mean, by literally rolling the truck down a hill instead of...
It's a good idea, though. You know, I can't
hydrogen,
help but...
the most abundant element in the universe.
I can't help but worry about the American businessman. You know what I mean? The American entrepreneur. You're not allowed to... Lie, cheat.
Well,
how are they supposed to get ahead?
That's what the prosecution said. They said, let this sentence be a warning to startup founders and corporate executives everywhere. Fake it till you make it is not an excuse for fraud. I disagree. I think everybody should be constantly faking it till they're making
That
it.
is what that is one of the most common phrases.
Fake it till you make it.
And we're really seeing, if you want to talk about fucking around and finding out.
Faking it till you make it is one way to fuck around and find out, I tell you.
Also, when you tell an entire generation to fake it till you make it, and then
I remember
you can't send them to jail after that.
Have you ever had to tell yourself fake it till you make it to like get your I remember being at a job that I was underqualified for, and I was so scared and nervous every single day. It was a terrible feeling, and I just kept going.
Did you eventually make it?
No, I got fired.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm faking it here.
Wait, which job?
The movie trailer studio.
But you got fired for such a stupid reason.
I know. I got fired. I know. I got fired for a very stupid reason. But
that's bullshit.
I agree with you.
I would argue that you made it.
Well, no, because I got fired, so I didn't.
In my
make
mind,
it. I made it.
My heart.
Yeah,
you made it.
I was good at the other parts of the job,
just not the ones where you didn't get Adam Sandler's
ADR lines right.
Yeah,
it was stupid.
What
we do? Anyway, okay, so we got that. What else? You wanna talk about?
We gotta talk about buy now, pay later.
Oh yeah, here I got a fun little soundbite to play. Oh fuck!
Hey, why don't you play it with sound?
Well, this is an ad for Asana, but here it goes. It's gonna play after this ad. I can't believe there's a 15-second ad for this.
Did you see the tweet that was like, we put a man on the moon without Asana?
No, that's pretty funny.
You know how Asana's like, or all of these, everyone needs these productivity apps and
yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I know. Everybody's got these fucking productivity things. They all do the same goddamn thing.
Right.
Okay, here. I got a fun little soundbite.
Give it to me.
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
You know who that is?
Gladly pay.
This is Wimpy. I think he's from... My mom's probably screaming right now. He's from Popeye, the Sailor Man. I think he's from Popeye. His name is Wimpy.
He's definitely from Popeye.
You think so?
We could put that on the soundboard. At any point you want, you could have one button that plays that.
Just I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal was. I don't know if he was like
My man was
stingy.
hungry and didn't have any money.
I guess he's basically J.P. Morgan. He's just a creditor or something. You ever use buy now pay later?
No, but I will say, because these have been around for a while, but they popped up way more after the pandemic and everyone's doing online shopping.
Pandemic?
I don't like that.
You don't like it?
You can't
No.
make that happen.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Or
All right.
like
Shit.
when someone says like Pandeezy.
People say that? Now that deserves getting killed. I think they should be killed.
You want to execute people in the
I want
street
to
for saying
execute people who say
Pandeezy?
Pandeezy or Stimmy. I hated Stimmy.
Oh, Stimmy
Give
was
me my
bad.
Stimmy check. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna stick with pandemic.
Pandemic?
I'm gonna stick with pandemic
Because it was.
it was planned.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No, Pandemic
I
is
just
fine
get
because
really
it's not
excited.
trying to be cute.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
it's actually
know.
kind of sinister.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, these started, and it was, my first thought was like, oh shit, this is so bad. It's going to be so bad.
Buy now, pay later.
And then I think I'm embarrassed that even years later, every time I see it, it's like, something lights up inside of me. It's like, oh, it's so cheap. You know, when you're looking at stuff and you're like, come on, you don't need another fucking.
I don't look at it, and now I'm gonna start looking at it.
I see it's like every time I go to check out, it's like you could pay $250, but what if you just paid $25 a month for whatever? You know,
for 4 months.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, that would only be $100. So I did my
the math
wrong.
was not great
Yeah.
there, but yeah, everything everything feels way cheaper.
It's not a new concept either. Layaway.
No. Yeah, layaway used to be
a
huge.
thing. I didn't know what that was. I mean, I'd always heard it, but I didn't think it was something you could do where they just trust you to take shit. Yeah, take it home.
Put it on layaway.
Put it on layaway. What does that mean? What does that mean?
You pay as you go because you can't afford it up front. You pay
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What do they send you a bill?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's like leasing a car.
Gotcha.
Like I don't get to.
I've never done that.
You've never leased a car?
No. I buy my cars.
Okay.
Full blown.
Sometimes talking to you is like talking to an alien. It's like you don't understand the concept of like someone not having $25,000 in cash laying around.
I 20. Dude, are you kidding me? The most expensive car by far I've ever bought was my truck for $13,500.
Okay, that's a huge amount of cash to just have.
Yeah,
most
that I
people
remember-
don't have $13,500.
Yeah, that I just had. I kept it in my car, in my rental car.
which is insane.
I know, but I locked it.
So like, not only do you not understand it, you also don't understand that you shouldn't just leave a bunch of cash in your car and
Yeah, I don't
lost
know about that.
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but
What is layaway?
but
Why don't you just go to the bank and take
it'd
out
be illegal-
$13,000?
it'd be illegal for them to take the money. Is the thing.
Yeah, just like it was illegal for them to take your Volvo.
It is pretty crazy that cash is just like whoever has it. It's truly finders keepers. Cash. Like if you just have a gun on someone and you take their cash, it's like that's yours now. There's no way the government has any. You go and spend it, and it's like. Whereas if I steal your credit card, they're like, "You're not a meal," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am," and it's up to them to decide. But with cash, it's truly just it's anyone's game.
Yeah, but you can still get in trouble.
Of course, you can.
You do have to think about the.
You could have sex in the judiciary room at the Senate.
You got to think about the common petty thief these days.
Yeah. What about them?
Well, I mean, what are you going to get from them? If you're holding people up, you're sticking them up. What do you get?
Yeah. The
A
other night
credit
I was
got no cash on on
right. Me either.
Remember when we were doing the Christmas shopping?
Mm-hmm.
We kept seeing the lady ringing the bell for the Salvation Army.
Oh, it's like, lady, get your act together.
I mean, you got to get a
friggin'
QR code for Venmo or something on here. You're not going to get anything.
She probably
today.
had one, but we just were too high to notice.
I don't think she did. I kept looking.
Speaking of getting robbed, the other night I was walking to my truck and I had my laptop under my arm and it was dark and there was a sketchy looking fellow walking toward me. So I
What
was
was sketchy
like,
about him?
he just was sketchy. I couldn't really see. It was dark and it was like, all right. And I put on the tough. I made my walk look a little tough.
Oh,
like
I wish I
was
could see
a
that.
little ragged around the edges. I just was kind of like hobbling. I just started hobbling. And I thought it would be somewhat intimidating.
A hobble.
Yeah, a hobble.
Oh yeah. You want to, if you see someone who might be a potential threat, you're like, let me look unbalanced and.
Well, I didn't look unbalanced. I just looked war torn. I looked
oh, okay.
Yeah.
You wanted him to think you were a veteran.
I just looked like I didn't give a flying fuck.
You're like, shit. I think this guy's seen active duty.
I think it was more like I was trying to convey that I will use this expensive laptop as a weapon if I need to.
Right.
I'll fucking crack
And
you.
nothing says that like a hobble.
Because I buy now, pay later. I bought this now, but I'm gonna pay for it later. You like that? You like what I mean?
Well, that's there's
a lot of things.
This all is very common where, yeah, people don't have enough money to pay for things, and the laptop one is funny you bring up because a lot of these programs kind of existed in other forms. I'm sure you're aware of the
layaway.
Ben, we just talked about
I know,
that.
I'm kidding.
But the Apple credit card was very big because you could they would do no interest for a year. So people would go get like a $2,000 laptop and they would get to pay it off.
That was one of the first credit
over-
cards I ever got.
Yeah.
By the way, just real fast, gotta plug it. Thecreditcardlist.com.
Oh, it's actually popping off.
We finally have all the Chase cards on there. So go on there and get your sweet ass a Chase Sapphire card because we finally got it on there.
We got to do a full.
Get a Southwest card. We got it on there.
We got to do a full Ben and Emil on credit
those
cards.
those are like two
the
of my.
Chase Sapphire is my favorite.
That's your favorite. I love the Chase. I love the Southwest card because you get a fat fucking stack of points, and you also the annual fee is pretty much offset by an annual anniversary bonus of points.
And if you got a sweetheart in your life, you can do the companion pass.
You can do the companion pass. Anyway, I hate getting cum on my panion.
I want to say cut it, but I want people to
leave
see
it.
what you did.
Yeah.
I want people to know what you did.
Okay, so
But
the big news is buy now. Oh, sorry.
No, I don't even remember. Laptops, whatever.
Buy now, pay later is now being offered at Walmart checkouts because it used to be almost exclusively online, but now they're putting it on the checkouts, and there's some people who are upset about that because they're thinking I believe it's the consumer protection. I have it in here, but either way, I'll get to it. The usage of buy now pay later is up 42% year over year, which is concerning for a lot of reasons. Because savings are at like a 8 or 9 month low. Credit card debt is already near all time highs, which is around $1 trillion, which is averaging about $8,000 per household. And in a survey, more than a third of Americans said that they were considering using buy now pay later for holiday shopping. Because like on the one hand, economic data looks really good and looks really strong, and holiday sales are at or near all-time highs. But then when you look beneath the surface, you got this like, oh, it's just people kind of, a lot of it is buy now pay later shit, which is like the ultimate kick the can down the road kind of usage of debt.
And it's a weird thing. I don't know if you got to this yet, but it's not reported in the same way as other debt.
Right. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Is that there was this so people are using, there's a lot more strict requirements to get access to a credit card. You've got to have your credit score has to be above a certain threshold. And with that, interest rates are lower with buy now pay later.
Mm-hmm.
In many cases, it's just 0% over the course of 4 payments, which is great for some people. But like you said, it's not reported to credit bureaus. So it doesn't,
because usually you need like a longer term. I think when you keep it under
it's
4
exactly
payments or less,
yes,
then you don't have to report it in the same way.
Yeah, the Truth in Lending Act of 1968 only applies to loans with more than 4 payment installations, which effectively excludes buy now pay later. And so it's kind of like there's a trade-off. It's good for people who don't have access to credit cards and enables them to buy things that they otherwise wouldn't be able to buy. But it's credit cards come with perks. They come with protections. They come with fraud protection. But also, so with that ease comes a big problem because I think they're also, since a lot of people can grocery shop at Walmart, there were instances in this article I read where they interviewed people who were Oh, they do an $80 one here. They do a $20 one here. They do a fucking $50 one here. And before they know it, they've got like 50
Right. That's
Affirm payments to
that's
keep
the
on
scary
track.
thing is
Yeah.
when it like lights up your thing where you all of a sudden are like, I can spend way more money
Mhm.
because it's fine. It's all just
Yeah.
getting cut up in chunks.
Yeah.
I will say though, it doesn't seem like the effect I thought it was going to have is happening at least now. I think the guy from Klarna said its global default rates are less than 1%. In the United States,
Sure.
more than a third of customers repay loans early. So
However, I saw that, where's that stat? Yeah, that's Klarna, but about 2.4% of Affirm's loans were delinquent last quarter. But yeah, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau reported that 43% of buy now, pay later users had overdrawn a bank account in the last 12 months.
oh,
Yeah. It just says overdrawn a bank account. So, I mean, it could, but one of the problems for the fact that they're not reported to credit bureaus is credit card companies can see what other credit you've got out there. So like if you apply for a Chase account, they can see, oh, this guy's got accounts with American Express. They've already got X amount of...
and they can see your payment history.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not the case with Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm. They can't see... The companies have... They're all blind to one another. So I could have 100 different ones with Affirm and then go somewhere else where there's Klarna, and Klarna would happily offer it to me. So there was this economist, at Wells Fargo who's talking about how this is all phantom debt. That's like,
Right. No one can really track it properly.
and it's kind of a scary thing to think about because there's no way to track it properly. It's at once a sign of weakness under the hood with spending habits and whatnot, but then on the other hand, it promotes spending, which can be a good or bad thing. I feel like, it's predatory in many ways because it's like, hey, person who's lower on the economic ladder, like,
Look how much more you can afford
look how
now.
much more you can afford. You could, instead of buying this, because usually it's you pay for a quarter of it up front, and then the rest is broken up into 3 interest-free payments. So the way they make their money is, I believe they charge a fee to the retailer.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But, babu, man, it makes me want to start paying attention when I see that. Like, oh, shit, maybe why not just do if it's interest-free? Because I always assumed that there was interest.
I'm fine with that, but I don't want to buy shit that I wouldn't normally buy just because now I'm all like, I fucking hate shit I don't need.
Yeah.
And online shopping, you go, God, I could just, show up in 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean,
It's
with
so
all
nice.
of it, I was reluctant I didn't want to use credit cards. I was like, if I don't have the money, I don't want to use it.
Mhm.
Right. And it's like, I mean, it's shocking every time I find out. I've been finding out a lot of friends have like a
An alarming-
sizable
Really?
credit card debt of like, not, I mean, like $2,000 and under, but you're like,
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, I have probably 5 credit cards and I could just, there's pretty high limits on them. I'm like, I could just fuck my life up.
I remember
It's always like a resistance of like, fuck it. I want to go to wherever. I want to go to Australia.
Oh.
Medieval times. I'm
don't know.
going to fuck my life up
Just
by going
looking-
medieval times.
I don't know why this just popped into my head. Well, I do actually, but I knew someone whose father was on his deathbed, and this person called her brother and was like, well, do you want to buy ourselves some stuff on Dad's American Express card? And they're
Oh, because the debt would die with them?
I guess, yeah.
Fuck, that's sick.
I didn't know how to feel about it. I was
Why?
like, wait, that feels wrong. Like not to the American Express. Fuck American Express, sure. Well, not fuck American Express because I love them and I got so many points with them. But
They just pull your points.
it just feels like your dad's on his death, but he's like days away from death, and you're
It's what Dad would have wanted.
and you're thinking, oh, let's go buy some fucking pumps, some shoes. They still call them pumps? Yeah, they still call them pumps.
That's what Dad would have wanted.
That's
Honestly,
what Dad wanted,
yeah.
I guess. But Jesus, and then it feels like a gross oversight on the part of credit card companies to just allow this. Like, oh yeah, you're really Mr. So-and-so? You were buying shoes and then you died 2 days later?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Also, I had a friend who I don't know how many years it worked in a row, but I know for a while he was doing like once a year, like big night out, like big dinner, bar out, and then it's like my credit card was stolen.
That you can use that once. And we are not encouraging that, but I did it once.
No, you didn't.
Because I had to. I genuinely did forget my card at the bar, and I forgot what bar it was, too. And it was a very small, it was like $25 worth.
Oh.
But I lost my card, and I didn't know for a few days, and then I called the credit card company, and I was like, yeah, I lost my card. And they said, oh, it looks like you've got to purchase at the, I don't know, Robin.
You were at Red Robin?
No, I wasn't. It was like the Cat and Fiddle or something.
The Cat and Fiddle?
I didn't remember that I had been at that bar, so I said, yeah, that definitely wasn't me. And then she said, okay, well, you're not gonna pay that, sir, and we're gonna send you a new credit card. And I said, oh, gee whiz, thanks. Something you couldn't do with Affirm or Pay, by the way. But they sent me a new card, and then as I was driving later, I was like, oh wait, no, I left my card at that bar.
I was at the Cat and Fiddle.
Committed fraud. I just was at what?
You were at the Cat and Fiddle.
I was at the Cat and Fiddle, and it was like $25, but yeah. That's a good idea to do maybe once a year and only do it to a couple of cards.
Yeah.
Because they could catch, if they were so inclined, they could, maybe there's security cameras at that bar or restaurant, and they could call it up and ask,
yeah,
hey, we got to find out who this fraudster was.
Credit is a lifesaver at some points, though. I mean, the ability to access it. I used to drive a Ben Nose. You used to drive a
Ben Nose? What? Come on, dude. What the fuck is that? What kind of car is a Ben Nose?
You were in my beater, the Honda CRV.
Oh yeah, that thing was a piece of shit.
It wasn't a piece of shit.
Yeah, it didn't have air conditioning.
After a while, it didn't.
Yeah.
It got the job done, but the fucking transmission went.
Oh, man.
And it was, I think it was about $4,500.
Oh, I thought you were going to say $1,000. $4,500?
It was thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
and
that's
I didn't have thousands of dollars
to rebuild it or put in a new one.
They had to put in a new one.
Oh.
And luckily, they were like, "We can give you this Amco Synchrony credit card with no."
Oh, Synchrony, man, yeah.
No interest for fucking like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Do it! I can't fucking."
So you did it?
Yeah.
But then you got rid of the car just a short while later, right?
No. Then it ran for it ran for years after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I remember your fucking weak ass air conditioning. You'd be like, it only works when I drive. It only works when I hit the gas. And I was like, buddy, it's not even working then. Can we like roll down the windows? Oh.
It was like 2 decades old. It was an old car.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That Honda was still kicking.
No, I know. I'm just
but the real
the
danger. So I think it's not as dangerous I think it's going to get more pervasive. And when it's like these things, like you see when you're online shopping, you're like, oh, I could do this sweater. I could break up the payments. It's like, okay, it's not something you're going to buy all the time. But what they were talking about is when it starts entering these things like at Walmart or places where people might be buying groceries, where they're like weekly purchases that you're putting on these credit things, and then
right,
because
then you lose track.
Yeah,
and then there was instances of people doing payday loans to cover their buy now pay later loans, and then they just start very quickly. You can start to drown in this shit. So it's kind of no wonder Affirm's stock is up 455% on the year. But I'm like, oh boy, I shorted it the other 455%. It was like at $10 earlier this year, and then now it's at like 45 or something like that. But annoying, because I remember it was over 100 at one point, and then it came back down, and I thought, oh, okay, well that bubble's popped because it was part of the SPAC thing. I don't think it itself was a SPAC. Sorry,
Hey man, do you need something? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just the Diet Coke. The Diet Coke bubbles. But yeah, so it's interesting because a lot of these, the consumer finance protection crew or whatever is really pushing hard for new regulations. And these companies are on board. It's just that they're going to have to come up with some kind of better... they're basically going to have to invent a new way to report this new kind of credit
Yeah, and the problem with that though is they talk about it in the New York Times article where when with credit reporting you're rewarded for long-term debt and that you're like paying off and accounts that have been open for a long time, and so if these are now factored in, it's going to start like fucking people's credit reporting up because they're going to be like, oh well, you took out these weird
micro loans,
like truly that lasted weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're closing a bunch of accounts.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't let me know if you are truly creditworthy. It just shows, oh, you were able to spend $50 in 4 payments over the course of 4 weeks or 4 months or whatever. But I did come around on it in 2 ways. I think that it makes sense for people who are using it in moderation and using it for making sizable purchases of like, several hundred or several $1,000s. Because, hey, you're getting it interest free. Why the fuck would you not do that? It'd be the same thing as it's better than the alternative, which is what I would normally do, which is put it on a credit card and then pay off the entire balance the next month so that I'm not carrying a balance and paying interest. So now I'd be much more inclined to just do the buy now, pay later thing and split it up over 4 months at 0% interest. And then also there is something to be said for people who are otherwise responsible but may not have access to traditional loans or credit cards, and this enables them to do that. But it's like, yeah, you got to use it in moderation. Can you trust people aren't gonna? It's like me. It's like giving a kid putting a kid in a candy store. Can you trust that they're not going to give themselves
putting a
type
Ben
1?
in a candy store?
Putting a me in a candy store. Dude, man. Oh, brother.
I've been in a couple candy stores with Ben.
I go nut.
He does.
I truly am like, do I go sweet or do I go, or wait, what? Do I go?
He's in a sweet and salty candy store.
Yeah. So I'm like, do I go chocolate or do I go Skittles? Because that's basically your two big categories of candy are
chocolate or
like
Skittles.
Chocolate or Skittles.
More like chocolate or fruity.
Man, shut the fuck up.
The amount of times you hear Ben in a candy store go, ooh. It's like uncountable. Ooh.
Well, because they got everything in there, man. Like when we went on the acid video, which if you haven't seen, grow up.
Yeah.
Go look. Go
All
watch
your friends
it.
are talking about.
But we went into, but with that part, I don't think made the final cut because there was music playing and we were like, oh, we're gonna get copyright struck.
Yeah.
But we went into this candy store. I think
It
it's
was
called
Dylan's
Dylan's Candy Store.
Candy
It
Bar.
was.
Spelled differently.
Yeah,
But
Maroon 5 was playing, and you come up with a tube that you're supposed to put like, I don't know, candy sugar in.
Yeah.
And you just go, what is this? And you go, is that a tube? and then you just stand there.
And then I see you.
staring at the
I
colors.
saw you outside the window, and you just go. You pointed to your ears, and you just go, "Yeah, we can't. I hear the music." Or I just said it into the microphone. I was like, "You can hear the music," and you went, "Yeah."
It has a shame.
But yeah, there were these tubes where you could fill with like pixie dust,
Right.
pixie sticks.
Is that a tube?
Is that a tube? It did look like a crazy ass tube.
It was.
But well, let's wrap it up with this final. Well, man, there's a lot, dude. Oh my god. Do you see these other stories that we got on here? Well, okay. Let's talk about the Facebook diversity
Facebook diversity strategist, former Facebook diversity strategist, because they are pleading guilty to stealing more than $4 million from the company.
She's pretty smart for doing this.
I mean, it's very sick. You know, we love a huckster. We love a grifter. Also, it's going to be so annoying because I'm sure people have noticed that, like, you're hearing a lot less of, like, CRT stuff, critical race theory, and now you're hearing so much DEI stuff. Have you been noticing, like...
Yeah, because there have been a lot of rumblings about, like, okay, what does a DEI department do? Like, what do they do all day?
They steal stuff from the company.
They do. Well, I've read plenty of stuff where it's like, yeah, there are initiatives that companies can do, but a lot of there's very smart, savvy people who have made it their business to go consult at companies, which I don't know if this is what she was doing. She was basically paying people. She was lying to Facebook.
Barbara Furlow Smiles, who led various Facebook diversity, equity, and inclusion programs from 2017 2021.
So let's say I'm her. I'm basically saying, hey, Facebook, my friend of me, well, I wouldn't say my friend, but it'd
Why,
be
we're
like,
friends.
you Emil here did some work, rendered some services for Facebook, $10,000, you got to pay him. And they would just be like, okay, cool. And they'd pay you $10,000.
Sick.
And then I, being, what's her name? Barbara
for
I'd go,
smiles.
Hey, give me a little kickback. I just gave you $10,000 courtesy of Facebook.
And I don't mind breaking you off a little
You
bit.
broke me off a little piece.
Yeah.
So that's what she was doing to like her family and friends and a bunch of.
Right, an elaborate scheme involving fraudulent vendors, fictitious charges, and cash kickbacks.
That
we love a
rocks.
cash kickback.
Dude. So she was basically making these fake invoices. Facebook was paying them, and then those people, the recipients of which, were giving her a little.
Well, it's also
cash
like an
kickback.
incredibly difficult thing to quantify, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying she caused the meta subsidiary pay people who for goods and services that were never actually provided to the company, and then had those individuals pay her kickbacks. But how do you prove that we didn't diversity enough or whatever?
Yeah,
or like,
exactly.
You know, how do you quantify your impact on?
I talked to a white guy at your company. I told him to chill out.
Right.
Well, which one was it? I don't fucking remember. Trevor?
Right. Trevor. We did tons of exercises.
Yeah, we did tons of them.
Emil came in and did all the exercises.
Yeah, prove it. I don't
Go
know.
talk to Trevor. See how racist he
Yeah,
is.
see, go ask him. Go ask him.
Yeah.
Go ask him.
And then they're like, he's still very racist. And they're like, exactly. We have a lot of work to do.
Well,
We're bringing Emil back.
I got to give her a salute though, because
I mean,
that's awesome.
insane.
I think that's great. Did you see Mark Zuckerberg built himself a bunker?
Yeah, to protect himself from all these people trying to steal his money.
It's pretty incredible. So he spent $170 million buying land in Hawaii, and then $100 million building a couple massive 30-bedroom mansions on top of it. And underneath, it's all connected via like tunnels and shit. And it's entirely the whole property is like self-sustaining.
I don't think I quite understand this though. Like, is it going to completely seal itself from the outside world? Because like, if everything goes belly up,
Yeah.
me and you and all my buddies are going to be like, well, let's
go
just
to
go
Zuckerbergs.
Zuckerbergs and
Well, what I would
kill him.
what I'd be worried about if I were Zuckerberg is like the people that built it obviously know where it is.
Right. And surely he has,
I'm sure that there's codes and shit.
or guards, but
Yeah.
in this scenario,
Your guards are just part of it.
but like money's worthless. What are the guards? What are they doing it for? The goodness of
the
their heart?
love of Mark.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Have you
the guards are probably going to rip him limb from limb and just start raiding all the canned goods.
Yeah. True. Yeah, but maybe Mark is smarter than that, so he's probably got things in place like biometrics and voice recognition so that
But
do you want your water? Well, I've got to specifically say give water to Trevor.
the racist guy?
Yeah, he's there.
No water for Trevor.
No water for Trevor.
But
There's probably things in place to keep him from getting killed.
he's
and
fucked.
whatnot.
I mean, that's the thing. I remember my friend is always like, dude, my cousin is so sad. He lives on a farm in New Hampshire, blah, blah, blah. And so like when everything goes, he's going to be self-sustained and whatever. And it's like, no, I'm literally going to kill your cousin.
How are you gonna get there though? Oh shit! I got like a week till it collapses. Oh yeah, my friend's cousin, Trevor's cousin in New Hampshire. I gotta go buy a flight now.
But anyone like me who doesn't have a place to go is just going to be like, oh, there's a farm over there. With how's he going to protect
I
himself?
don't know. Think about a farm. Where's the nearest farm?
In California, they're
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. I'm just gonna. If the shit hits the fan, dude, just
Yeah.
fucking crash into a wall. Who
I mean,
cares?
honestly.
Or just
If
like
shit hits the fan, I'm gonna get covered in shit.
if when the defecation hits the oscillation.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that so fun?
Nice.
It's so fun.
Do it one more time.
When the defecation hits the oscillation.
It's impossible to not hear the Papa Roach song. Like anytime you hear Asian.
Oh, actually,
Is it Papa Roach?
it's quite possible because I don't.
Like you say defecation, I hear defecation.
Wow. So any word,
Defecation,
No breathing.
no
It's not-
poop.
It's definitely not
no
defecation.
pooping. No, you would say no pooping. Defecation.
Yeah.
No pooping.
Yes.
Don't
No,
give
that
up.
would be constipation.
Oh,
no
man.
pooping.
Oh,
Do you guys know about the Christmas
Took a
toad?
turn.
Do you guys know about the Christmas toad? I got to tell in the bonus episode, I'm going to educate the boys on the Christmas toad.
What
It's a new sensation. It's a new thing that
Is it you and your Gen Z friends are doing
no,
it?
no. But it's the Christmas toad, and there's a whole lore around him. Also, well, because we're not going to get there yet, but I got some crazy shit to show you that you're going to really like. But before we do that, I just read this today. Kanye West, speaking of building a bunker, this motherfucker's building a city in
Dubai.
in the desert. Did you hear about it?
What desert?
I don't know. I don't know. It's called Yeezy Drome, DROAM, and I guess
in the Middle East.
it's 100,000-acre V1 city piloting in the Middle East, and they're recruiting project managers, engineers, architects, contractors, builders.
Dude, I think let him cook.
I want to fucking lie and say I'm a project manager.
I would
and
love to be a part of this. And
Dude.
then you just write a book about it. You're like, yeah, I was there when.
Dude, scam Kanye West out of $1 million or something?
Well, and I mean,
He's not going to find out for a while.
This is going to turn into they're definitely going to use slavery to get this done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be such a mess.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be really hot there, too. It's the desert. It's the Middle East.
Yeah.
Arguably the hottest place on earth.
Famously one of the hottest.
Yeah. Well, I hope it looks like a big shoe.
That would actually be sick.
No,
a big
wouldn't
fuck
it?
you to.
Would be fucking stupid.
It's all
This
going to be
is the
stupid.
SimCity 2000.
It's all going to be stupid, but let him cook.
And
If he's
Kanye-
going to do it, where's he getting the money too?
He's like got $1 billion, man.
I don't
Adidas. It's weird.
Over $1 billion.
Yeah, because it's weird. Because I remember he was.
Dude, it takes way more. You know how much it costs to build like
He's-
fucking Hudson Yards?
Yeah, you know how much you know how he's got friends in high places.
True.
He's friends with.
He's probably getting into that fucking that Saudi investment fund
That's
money.
exactly what I'm saying.
I saw him doing some.
No, you didn't.
He was previewing some new tracks, like in Dubai.
Like racetracks?
Come on.
Oh, some music tracks. I don't know, because Dubai's got racetracks.
Yeah.
Crocs got boots.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to Dubai. I went on the Burj Khalifa.
Oh yeah, you did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's where we should do the next one. Ben and Meal on acid in Dubai.
That might-
Honestly,
We're going to die.
or at Mecca.
Yeah.
no, I don't want to put ourselves in real danger.
I do want to like go on a flight like first class on acid.
Yeah.
But that would be kind of hard. It would get pretty old because there's nowhere to go and nothing
And I
to
get
do.
so squirrely. I'm gonna want to move
Ben and Emil
Sitting down's pretty boring.
we try to hijack an airliner on acid.
because we want to have fun.
Yeah. Damn, we did have fun when we were in Tokyo on acid though, or in Japan.
Yeah.
God damn! Thank God Godzilla didn't come.
Thank God.
That'd be such a nightmare.
Thank God. Thank God Godzilla didn't come.
You Actually, I
Would be a
would.
nightmare, yeah.
I would like to be alive to see that. I'd probably be more like, "Whoa,
No,
He's
it'd be
here.
horrifying.
yeah." I think
Or
you're
there's
right.
something about Godzilla that's been a little. I know everyone hates Cloverfield, but I love it.
Oh, Cloverfield's awesome. Such a great movie.
I feel like people are turning on that movie for some reason, but they do.
It's being discussed.
In my circles, yeah.
Actually, you guys know what? I've been thinking a lot about 2008's Cloverfield.
I'm always thinking.
Did you
about
like
Cloverfield.
One Cloverfield Lane or whatever?
No.
The prequel? It was cool.
It's not Matt Reeves. Isn't that Matt Reeves? He did the new Batman, Cloverfield guy,
Oh.
I believe. Okay, never mind. Movies.
I'm just all, I don't know today. Oh.
But
Huh?
I feel like they do capture that like beautiful scariness of what would happen if something like
Yeah,
that.
terror,
just kind
a
of-
major event.
yeah.
That's how I felt about kinda the first remake of Godzilla, the one from like 2013.
Oh, with Matthew Broderick
No.
and the Puff Daddy sound.
No. Come with me.
And it's the
Yeah,
Kashmir sample.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the one with
That was
Brian.
how I found out about Led Zeppelin.
Oh, dude, you just lost. I mean, you are near bankruptcy in terms of coolness right now.
Why?
You
He was
just
a child.
You just went
I
down.
was-
You just plummeted 90% your coolness. That's how you found out about Led Zeppelin through Matthew Broderick's Godzilla soundtrack featuring Puff Daddy.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Sampling Cashmere.
Yeah, I probably heard about them through fucking School of Rock.
I
Deal
mean,
with that.
For example,
Whoa, really? Oh man.
No.
the song came out in 1998. I was 9 years old,
Okay, fair.
and I obviously was a Puff Daddy fan. I mean, look at me.
I was of 11.
9-year-old me is
Yeah,
Rocking
actually,
with-
that's fair.
rocking with Puff,
You're right.
and I always wanted to play the song, and my dad was like, "Do you know what that is from?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Puff Daddy, idiot."
Yeah, you stupid dad, you stupid idiot,
And he was
Ray.
like,
Fuck.
no.
God, my dad is so gay.
And that's how I found out about Led Zeppelin.
Well, I think I first really found out about Led Zeppelin in 9th grade in high school when all the Christian guys who were on the surf team and the swim team.
Oh, were they pissed about Led Zeppelin because they were
No,
demonic?
they loved Led Zeppelin.
okay, sick.
And I remember they also loved Star Wars. And I remember I hadn't seen Star Wars yet. And this one kid named Colin was like, "Colin, you haven't seen Star Wars?" Because I asked, "What's the Millennium Falcon?" And he punched me so hard in the stomach.
You deserved it.
I was like, God, dude, can you just tell me instead of hitting me for punishing me for not having seen this fucking thing? Anyway, Kanye West building a city. It's never going to get done.
It won't. But he's a visionary, and I think we should let him cook. This is our last episode of the year
Is it? You got any,
before 2024 turns.
yeah,
Is there anything you want to say to the people?
thank you. Why is that funny?
I don't know.
I'm being so sincere and like pouring my heart out. No, but really, thank you to everybody.
No,
God,
yeah,
I wasn't expecting to turn like this. I'm in silly mode.
All right, well, don't turn.
I just want to, it's been a long year. It's been a very, it's been a healthy year.
It's been a long year.
Yeah, it's been very long, but also very fast. Right? Man, this, I got to tell you folks, this bonus episode is going to go nut. Because I got a lot to say.
I think it's going to be weird.
Why?
I don't know.
The bonus
Are
episode?
you nervous about 2024?
No. What's there to be nervous about? If he dies, he dies.
Oh, no, not the election.
Oh, no, what? I'm talking about just generally, like if we die, we die.
Oh, I thought you said if he dies, we die.
Yeah, I was quoting the
Rocky,
Russian
in Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to start saying that.
If he dies, he dies.
I like that. You know what Mike Tyson says?
If he dies, he dies? What does Mike Tyson say?
Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Damn. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
I think that's a pretty good metaphor for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really.
His whole thing was, yeah, you can have a plan, but when you step in the ring, you start getting punched in the face.
You know who had a plan? U.S. Steel. But then they got acquired by Nippon Steel.
Nippon Steel's got a real plan.
Well, dude, U.S. Steel's been around since the 1800s. And I think this was all, and so now Elon Musk's going to be able to have the X symbol for his precious company to go public.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
when you thought he
I know.
couldn't get any more annoying.
I wanted to talk about also Chuck E. Cheese is for sale because they're looking to go to sell themselves for like $1 billion fucking dollars.
Might have to be a bonus.
And then I have some clips of me that I'll have to dig up
from Chuck E. Cheese
mm-hmm.
as a child.
Me getting sung to by the entire
Robotic
staff
rats.
at Chuck E. Cheese and a giant rat in a costume. I got photos of it and I got video of it now.
Giant rat in a costume?
Yeah, Chuck E.
Terrifying.
Cheese, dude.
Giant rat in a human costume?
Can you imagine?
I can.
Giant rat in a human costume.
Yeah.
That's actually terrifying.
Well,
2024.
I'm just cutting through the So maybe I'll try to find it and pull it up for the bonus. Me as a child getting sung to at Chuck E. Cheese. I can find it actually. Okay. Well,
We love you all, and we'll see you in 2024 unless we die.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.